Hello student, I am Naveen Sharma. Welcome to Victory IS. Student, as you know, our class of different topic is going on. So today I am here with the medieval India. So my topic is Delhi Sultanate, but before starting Delhi Sultanate, you have to understand one or two points, just like for your knowledge, that the first division of Indian history does by the James Mill. He was a Scottish economist, so who divided the Indian history in three parts. He divided that Hindu India, Muslim India and British India. So due to his division, later on we divided Indian history in three parts: ancient, medieval and modern. So you have to understand that thing, okay? And according to ancient India, it was a period where the big empires were there, just like Mauryan Empire. Before Mauryan Empire, there have a Magdha, 16 Mahajanpas. After Mauryan Empire, there have a post-Mauryan era where we found the Shakas, Pallavs and many other Pahlavs and many dynasties. Kushans another one, and later on we found that Gupta Empire established. So when the Gupta Empire fallen down and Harshvardhan, understand this name, Harshvardhan fought a battle with the Chalukya ruler Pulkeshi II, the history changed. Okay, then India, who had a big empire, now fallen down in some smaller empires, and these empires are continuously fighting with each other. So medieval history is basically history of fightings. Many war took place, many foreign powers just like Muslim Empire arrived to India. I hope you understand that first Muslim attack on India, it was by the Muhammad bin Qasim, who attacked on Sindh in 712 AD. But later on there have a series of attack held on India by the Mahmud Ghaznavi. After Mahmud Ghaznavi, Muhammad Ghori attack on India. So our story of medieval India from 750 to 1750 or 1757, when the Battle of Plassey took place, according to modern historian, that this era is till 1707 when the Aurangzeb died. So this is the story of war. So let's move towards it, how the Delhi Sultanate formed. So before the foundation of Delhi Sultanate, you have to understand some things, that why this episode is important and what is the turning point of this episode. So beta, in medieval India, there have a concept of Suryavanshi and Agnivanshi Rajput rulers arrived, especially Agnivanshi Rajput arrived. There are Rajputs, basically Kshatriya clan of ancient, now divided in many parts, just like Gujar Pratihar, Chahman, okay, Gahelwad and many others. And these empires are continuously fighting with each other for the increasing of area. In this empire, you have to understand one empire very nicely, it is Delhi. Because beta, Delhi was founded by the Dillan, and later on Delhi, it come in the hand of Chahmans. Firstly, it was come under the Tomars, and Anangpal Tomar was a great ruler who ruled on Delhi. Anangpal Tomar was ruling on Delhi, and that time he had two daughters. First he married in the family of Gahelwads, and the son of that daughter is known as Jaychand, who later became the ruler of Kannauj. Okay, the second daughter was married in again a royal family of Ajmer. It was a family which is established by Ajay Raj, ruling on Ajmer. In this family there have a person Someshwar, whom the second daughter of Anangpal Tomar married. The name of that girl was Kapur Devi. So Kapur Devi married with the Anangpal Tomar. Kapur Devi, the daughter of Anangpal Tomar, married to the Someshwar in family of, in dynasty of heredity of the Ajay Raj. But this Kapur Devi and Someshwar has a one son named as Prithvi Raj III. He was the third Prithvi Raj of his family, but later on he made one big fort in Delhi known as Rai Pithora. So that person is known as Rai Pithora. Okay, the Pithora, Prithviraj Pithora, Prithviraj Chauhan third Pithora, है ना? So his city is known as Pithoragarh. So beta, what was the next name to Delhi after the Anangpal Tomar? It was given to the Pithoragarh. So beta, when Anangpal Tomar became old, so now Jaychand is also hoping that Delhi would become in his hand. On another hand, Prithviraj Chauhan is also claiming same thing. but Vigrahraj, one uncle of Prithviraj Chauhan, won the Delhi, and by him the Delhi arrived in hand of Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, so there have a conflict of issues between Jaichand and Prithviraj Chauhan. So in same era, on if you go to the beyond the boundary of India, you found on one place Ghazni. Here the for Ghazni issue is going on because there have a family of Mahmud Ghaznavi who demanding the throne, and later on there have a issue about the Ghor brothers. So Ghor brothers, there have two brothers, Ghiyasuddin Muhammad Gori and Shamsuddin Muhammad Gori. So these two brothers are also claiming on the Ghazni. Later on a big crust held and they fired up the Ghazni and established a new empire of Ghor. Okay, so but they have issue with other local states also, so they need money to control their power, and for money they need a new area. So that's why Ghiyasuddin Muhammad Gori sent his younger brother Shamsuddin Muhammad Gori that you please attack on India, and looted some amount. So at here the situation is that one, Prithviraj Chauhan and Jaichand has conflict. They are the big empire that time, but in same era there have a one person Shamsuddin Muhammad Gori who want to earn some money. Earn is different word, loot some money, because but at that time India is a place which famous for the foreign attacks and looted, and they went with the higher amount. So that's why this attack held. Okay, so after this attack the situation changed. There have a two big battles held between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Gori. These battles were known as Battle of Tarain. 1191 and 1192, these two battles took place. In first battle, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Gori, but later on in second battle, Muhammad Gori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan. What was the big issue between these two battles? Beta Jaichand organized a swayamvar of his daughter Sanyogita, and in this swayamvar Prithviraj Chauhan was not invited. That's why when he reached there, and Sanyogita basically took him as a husband, then and Prithviraj Chauhan did the haran of Sanyogita. So both rulers had very heavy conflict held, and secondly those Rajput ruler who were attended that seminar, that swayamvar, they also stand against the Prithviraj Chauhan, because they know very well that by relation Prithviraj Chauhan and Sanyogita are not allowed to be married. But that time in rulership this kind of marriages took place many times before, but the issue is again, if the ruler is doing something, then for the Praja, for the public, it also become a symbol. They also do the same. So that's why the Rajput rulers of that era were not happy with the decision. And finally what happened, when Muhammad Gori arrived after 1 year, first time he was defeated by the Prithviraj Chauhan and he run away very badly. But in second time when he arrived back, and that time he also had a huge army, and that time he won Delhi. So this is the story, so first part. So move towards it. Our topic is Muhammad Gori. So underline that one, Muyuzuddin Muhammad Gori bin Sam ya Muhammad bin Sam, okay, popularly known as Sahibuddin Muhammad Gori or Muhammad of Ghor. He was founder of the first Muslim empire in India, okay, but later on when he was reached away, and this empire arrived in hand of the Qutbuddin Aibak, and 1206 he established Delhi Sultanat. So we always call the founder of that empire is Qutbuddin Aibak, but actually Qutbuddin Aibak was a slave. So that's why many historians said how a slave can establish an empire. So that's why the Muhammad Gori is called the founder of Muslim empire in India, because before Muhammad Gori, all the attack which held on India, this especially by a commander just like Muhammad bin Qasim, or by a looted person, by a person who want to loot, okay, luteras. He was the first Muslim inventor of and Mahmud of Ghazni attacked on India but failed to set up an empire. But okay, Muhammad bin Qasim was the first one, and later on Mahmud Ghazni also attacked, but they failed to establish an empire on India. Okay, especially understand the condition of Ghor. Gauri is situated in the hills between Ghazni and Herat. Till 10th century it was an independent state, but finally Mahmud of Ghazni defeated the ruler of Muhammad bin Suri, and later on he converted on that era. That Muhammad bin Suri is different from the Delhi Sultanate, better don't be confused on that one. So ruler of Gaur came under the Ghazni, but finally they, after the death of Mahmud Ghazni, they again won the throne, and the story which I told you, that they basically fired up the cities, and later on they conquered the Bahrain and other Turkestan, Kazakhstan and many other areas, and later on they started an empire. Okay. Why Mahmud of Gaur invaded India? His ambitious nature. He was very ambitious. He wanted that whole area which controlled by owned by the Mahmud Gaur Ghazni, they came there under. Okay. Secondly, security, because they also know that the area of Balochistan, Kandahar, Kabul, previously they were part of India. So if a strong government of a strong rulership of any person arrived in India, it will be damage, yeah, it will be control their security. So security issue arrived. So that's why they want to control India. Thirdly, they need a heavy money. Okay. Next, spread of Islam. It is also, according to some historian, they have a issue that they want to spread the Islam in India. Okay. These were the reason. Then with a political condition of India on evening of Muhammad Ghori invasions, Ghazavid kingdoms were there. In north, Ghazavid were ruling over the Punjab and their capital was Lahore. The southern boundary of kingdom was unstable. They had a snatch Hansi and Batinda from the Chauhan rulers of the Delhi. When Muhammad Ghori attacked Ghazni, Khusro Malik was the ruler. He was incapable, luxurious life he lived, and he was so tamed. So when this attack was held, he ran away. Multan was a southern part of Indus Valley. It was ruled by the Ismailiyah Shia dynasty of okay, and ruling there. 1175 Mahmud Ghori attacked on Multan and captured it. Then the beta Sindh. For the Sindh, many historians said it was ruled by the Bhati Rajput. Okay, but others said that it was the Sumras of local Shia Muslims were ruling there. After Multan, Muhammad Ghori attacked on Upper Sindh. According to one story, Bhati ruler had been bad relations with his wife, so that lady basically helped Muhammad Ghori to attack on that one. Okay, but finally that they won it, and Queen did the same, but Muhammad Ghori denied to give the position, and later on the Bhati Rajput ruler were died, and a very heavy Johar took place. Many historians said, but most of the modern historians not believing in this story. Anhilwada, it is a very famous place for that time, and you have to understand it. Anhilwada, it was the Patan of Gujarat. If you understand this place, 1178 this attack was held. Okay, Chalukyas, or basically Chalukyas, Vanvaran Solankis were ruling. According to some historian, Mool Raja was the ruler who defeated Muhammad Ghori, but there have some stories also took place that when he attacked, Mool Raja II was a very small child, so his mother Naika Devi, Mool Raja II was a child, and his child's mother Naika Devi defeated the Muhammad Ghori. So many stories took place. There have one South movie is also on that one, Naika, okay, Naika Devi. So if you want to understand this event, you can watch this movie also, but in history and in other facts there have a gap. According to many historians, that Bhim II, okay, he was the person who defeated. Okay, then there have another place is Punjab. That then he has attack on Punjab. Punjab was that time in hand of Khusro Malik. Okay, Khusro Malik tried to give some opposition, but later on he was defeated, and this area also come under Muhammad Ghori. So beta Muhammad Ghori, Shamsuddin Muhammad Ghori, and this she was the Naika Devi, you have to understand, and there have a battle between Naika Devi and Muhammad Ghori took place. Many historians suggested this. Okay, then Muhammad Ghori moved towards the Delhi. When he won the Punjab, then the again question arrived on the authority of Delhi. So Prithviraj Chauhan sent a big army, and both army fought, and battle of Tarain took place 1191, and in this battle Muhammad Ghori was defeated, first battle. Then Muhammad Ghori again run away, and Prithviraj Chauhan firstly want to capture him and killed, but when he found that the same Rajput authority, that the person who has no weapon don't kill him. So give a chance to him. So basically Prithviraj Chauhan given a chance to him and he ran away. Okay, and then the after that Prithviraj Chauhan 1192 the second battle took place, and in this battle mostly Rajputs were out of the box and out of the situation, and they don't give a company to Prithviraj Chauhan, and finally Prithviraj Chauhan defeated 1192 second battle of Tarain. After the battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori moved towards the Kannauj, and a battle 1194 a battle took place between the Kannauj ruler and Gahlwa dynasty, also ended by Jayachand was killed by the Muhammad Ghori. So many situations took place. So if you show this map, you understand that which kind of area won by Delhi Sultanate. So this is the Ghurrid Empire. I hope the things which I want to tell you, that till this area there have a Solankis. I hope so you understand. Previous in starting phase this area was not under the basically Ghurrid. Later on Qutbuddin Aibak won this area and many other places. Later on Iltutmish won this Gwalior and other areas. Ujjain type of attacks held in South India. He also sent his mission but failed. But later on Alauddin Khilji sent the very heavy mission to South India, led by the Malik Kafur, the great commander of his time. Okay, so important of Ghaur's conquest. Unlike Muhammad of Ghazni plunder, the Ghori aimed to establish the empire which I talk. He appointed slaves, Mamluks. Okay, Mamluks means a person who born in a family, person who was slave, who is slave and born in a family of independent parents. That is known as Mamluk. Okay, military commanders and governors left behind the centralized system foundation of Delhi. Later on, if we talk about the Delhi Sultanate, we have 5 dynasties in Delhi Sultanate: the Mamluk, Khilji, Tughlaq, Sayyid and Lodi dynasty. So these were the dynasties. This dynasty ruled 84 years, 30, 93, 37, 74. So the dynasty who ruled highest here is Tughlaq dynasty, and who ruled a lowest period, that is Khilji dynasty. Okay. So founder also, I have mentioned that Qutbuddin Aibak was the founder and Kekubadia Qumars was the last ruler. In Khilji dynasty, Jalaluddin Khilji was the founder. Qutbuddin Muhammad Shah Khilji was the last one. In Tughlaq dynasty, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was the founder. Okay, and Nasruddin Mahmud was the last one. Sayyid dynasty established by the Khizr Khan, and Alauddin Alam Shah was the last one. Okay, and in Lodi dynasty, Behlol Lodi was the founder and Ibrahim Lodi was the last one. So at here you get a rough sketch that we have to study 5 dynasties at here, and these 5 dynasties were ruling on Delhi. Okay, so by one let's move towards these dynasties and understand the condition of this dynasty and how these dynasties were established. But our first dynasty is slave dynasty. The founder of slave dynasty, Qutbuddin Aibak, 1206 to 1210. 1206 to 1210, that person is Qutbuddin Aibak. So beta, what happened at here? When Muhammad Ghori won Delhi and defeated the Jayachand, then Muhammad Ghori know very well that he was arrived in India for the looted the fund and given the support to his brother. So he asked his all commanders that I am going back. So what you decided? You want to go or you want to stay there? So what happened at here? Most of the commanders said that, sir, if you understand our request, India is a country where have so greenery, and in our country there have a Ret, Registan and other thing. So if you give a power to us, we can stay at here, and what we loot, what we earn, we will send a share to you and we work as your name. So basically at here, Muhammad Ghori decided that's okay, you stay there, but I have to go back. But when Muhammad Ghori arrived in India, he had a huge army there. Okay, but when he was going back, a small army was in with him, and that when he arrived, he basically beated the tribal group of Khokhars. So when he was moving back, Khokhars know that, oh, that is the flag which previously beated us. So all the Khokars are come together and attack on Muhammad Ghori. And in the evening time, when Muhammad Ghori was there in his camp for the prayer or basically namaz, that time Rambhadra Khokhar or Ramchandra Khokhar, some book Rambhadra Khokhar is given. That person attacked on him and killed that person. So the story which in India spread by Prithviraj Raso or written by the Chandrabardai, this story not believed by the world history because of that event. So according to world history, he was killed by the Rambhadra Khokhar. That time beta Khokhars were Hindus, Hindu tribe. But later on, this area faced the continuously attack and some groups of Khokhars converted in Islam. Okay, but basically they have come from the Hindu dynasty, Hindu rulership. Okay. Okay, so what happened when the Muhammad Ghori died there? He had 4 commanders: Kubacha, Yaldoj, Bakhtiyar Khilji, and that Kutubuddin Aibak. So beta, out of 4, if anyone say to himself that I am the independent ruler, I am the Sultan, so other 3 also make a union and said, why you are Sultan, I am also Sultan. So that's why out of 4 no one said themselves that they are Sultan. So what they did, Kutubuddin Aibak called that I am a commander or Sipah a Salar, or I am just a Gaji, okay, I am just a slave, I am just a, basically that time he said that I am just a commander or just a worker of army of Muhammad Ghori, I am not a Sultan. Okay, so you have to understand this thing. Okay, so title hai Lakh Baksh. He was a person who donated in lakhs. So what happened? These 4 persons are never said that they were Sultan till the first era is going on. So what happened at there have a one person so to make his empire strong. What the Kutubuddin Aibak did, he basically married with the daughter of Kubacha. He married his sister to the Yaldoj and make his empire strong, and he marries his daughter with Iltutmish. So by this manner he make his empire strong. Okay, but what happened with Bakhtiyar Khilji? Beta, Bakhtiyar Khilji attacked on Bengal that time, and Bengal was ruled by the Sen dynasty and Lakshman Sen was a ruler. So as the Lakshman Sen get the news that Bakhtiyar Khilji attacked, many historians said that he run away. Okay, and that person Bakhtiyar Khilji won the Bengal without taking his sword open. Okay, and at here he also had done a mistake. His whole army went back, basically piche reh gayi, and he attacked on with the help of 5 soldiers only. So if Lakshman Sen stayed there, then Bakhtiyar Khilji would be died there. But history needs something more difficult. So what happened after arriving on Bengal, that Bakhtiyar Khilji, after winning the Bengal, Bakhtiyar Khilji became ill. So people said to him that you please go and check yourself with the doctors of Nalanda University. So he visited there with the Quran Sharif and said that please treated myself, but with the help of the Quran. I am not believing in your Hindus or this type of other type of medicine system. So what the doctor did about the university person did, they put a medicine and put on that all papers of the Quran Sharif and said to him that you have to read a Quran daily 5 times, and when you read, the things will happen, and he became good. After becoming good, he understand what was the thing what they did with him. So finally he attacked on Nalanda and destroyed that university after firing up. So Nalanda University was fired by the Bakhtiyar Khilji. After that, Bakhtiyar Khilji attacked on some area of Odisha, and at here he was died. So out of 4 commanders, now 3 commanders were left: Kubacha, Yaldoj, Bakhtiyar Khilji. Sorry, Kubacha, Yaldoj, and Kutubuddin Aibak. So Bakhtiyar Khilji was died in that attack. Okay. So now in 1206, basically Delhi Sultanate established by Kutubuddin Aibak. So at here, Kutubuddin Aibak firstly make the marriage relation, make himself strong, control the revolts which took place by the Khurid commanders, and later on in 1206 he established Delhi. But he never visited Delhi, he never stayed in Delhi. He always stayed in Lahore, and Lahore worked as his capital. So he donated a heavy amount between the people of Lahore. Okay. So what he did in his life, but he had a great virtues with the, या basically you can say great, उनकी एक आस्था थी, एक रिस्पेक्ट थी, डिवाइन था उनका on the Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, who was a Sufi sant. So in his respect or his memory, he established the he tried to establish Qutub Minar. So first story of Qutub Minar, या first जो पहली जो मंजिल है या पहली जो बिल्डिंग है उसका जो मतलब पूरी आपने कुतुब मीनार देखा होगा, ठीक है, जो फर्स्ट लेयर है उसकी या जिसको आप पहली मंजिल बोलते हो, दैट वाज मेड बाय द कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक. Okay, so Kutubuddin Aibak made this, but when this thing is going on, Kutubuddin Aibak died. What other thing he made? He made 2.5 दिन का झोपड़ा in Ajmer. Okay, Quwwatul Islam Mosque, which was the first mosque of India. Okay, it is in Delhi. 2.5 दिन का झोपड़ा was in Ajmer. So these things were did by him. Basically, these are not our original structure which he made. Basically, they were Hindu temples, Hindu pathshalas. He basically changed their structures and made his own structures. But at that time, many historians said that these were the religious issue. But if you study the history, you get to know that that time temples, schools, gurukuls, they are working as a place of ideas spreading. So they want that how to control the ideology of revolution, how to control the things. So you found in future also when Britishers arrived and Lord Macaulay asked his secretary that if we want to control the ideology of India, Indian revolutions of Indians, what we have to do. So that person said destroy the gurukuls of India. So firstly the Muslims also broken out Gurukul, Saraswati Vidyalayas, another one, and later on the Britishers did same thing. Okay, so this is the basically first part of the thing. At here what happened that Kutubuddin Aibak was starting to rule on empire, but 1210 when he was playing a Chogan was a game. That time they played with after riding the horse and following the, previously the human was used, and now the after that the bakra goat and other animal were used, but in starting this game were very dangerous. So while playing the Chogan he fallen from the horse and died. So when he was died, then the another question arises that now who would be the new one. So beta basically Kutubuddin, after the Kutubuddin Aibak, everyone believed that his son-in-law Iltutmish is more suitable, but there have a Kutubi peoples were there, so they appointed Aram Shah, the son of Kutubuddin Aibak, as a new ruler. So after Kutubuddin Aibak, who got the throne? Aram Shah. So beta, I hope you understand my keywords that a person name is Aram Shah. So what he liked to do in his life? Also do the Aram. He was a fond of Afim and other thing, and always he was drunk and live this life. So people invited Iltutmish that you please arrive, and so Iltutmish come and he defeated the Aram Shah and started his empire, which is known as Ilbari Empire. Iltutmish. He was from the Ilbari dynasty. But beta, he was slave of Kutubuddin Aibak, so he was known as slave of slaves, Gulamo ka Gulam. Understand about him. The slave of slaves, Gulamo ka Gulam. So now the second ruler of Delhi arrived. He was known as actual founder of Delhi Sultanat. Okay, so if anyone asks you who was the actual founder of Delhi Sultanat, so it is Iltutmish. He defeated the Kubacha in third battle of Tarain. With the battle of Ghazni, he defeated the Yaldaods, and many things he did in his life. Okay, and he attacked on Gwalior and many other Rajput states. He was a person who saved Delhi from the attack of Changiz Khan when Changiz Khan was flying the Jauddin Mangbarni, who was relative of Iltutmish. Jauddin Mangbarni demanded the shelter from him, but he said that we have no power, our empire is just established, so we have no power to face the attack of Changiz Khan. So that was a miracle decision of that person. If this decision was not taken, then in India we also face the problem of Chapa Chaili. Okay? So it was the thing which very good for India, okay, and Delhi Sultanate. Then he shifted his capital Lahore to Delhi. So he was a person who sat in Delhi and ruled. Okay, so at that reason he was known as the actual founder. Okay, then his era is also known for the development of new buildings. He completed the Qutub Minar. Okay, you have to understand first thing. Second thing which you have to underline, that he was a person who made 7 mehrabs on Adhai Din ka Jhopda. So 7 mehrabs, the upper structure in this manner, it was established by Iltutmish. Okay, he was the person who established the first museum of India. His son Gyasuddin, when he was died, he made a tomb of Sultan Gadi in memory of his son. He also a person who made his own tomb there. Okay, and if you there have a tomb of Badayu, sorry, there have a mosque of Badayu, there have a Jimmy, there have other mosques he made. So his era is full with the development of architecture, Islamic architecture in India. Okay, so first tomb is very important because first Muslim is made by himself, so you have to understand it. Okay, that time beta there have a Qutbi peoples were there who was against him. There have a some Ghurid also there. So to make his empire strong, what he did, he made a group of 40 commanders, a group of 40 commanders he made, known as Turkan-e Chahalgani. It also known as Turkan-e Chalisa. So you have to understand, he was a person who made Turkan-e Chahalgani or Turkan-e Chalisa. He also that time need money for the development of state. So to giving the on place of giving the cash salary, he started the Ikta system. At here, on place of cash salary, land grant was given. So you have to understand this Ikta system. This was the base of Delhi Sultanate. Okay. Later on, the Alauddin Khilji ended this system and he started a system to pay cash salary. So this Ikta system, if you understand it very nicely, that this Ikta system is a little bit near to the feudal system. They have a gap, many gaps between them, but it is nearby to it. Okay. Next, he started a silver and copper coin. So coinage made by him. So silver coin name is Tanka and copper coin name is Jital. So you have to understand it. Secondly, you have to understand he established a mint. So many new things made by him. Okay. Also the khutbah he started by the name of ruler, that khutbah would be played by the name of ruler. He had after when he sold out the most of the problems of Delhi, now his empire becomes strong and his area increased. Then he sent a letter to Khalifa that I need a mansab. So mansab means beta, if you believe in authority of Khalifa, firstly become the ruler. Before become the ruler, you have to send a letter to Khalifa and demanding the mansab. But at here, the letter was sent after gaining the power. So basically, it is not a respect of Khalifa, but for the public, he want to say that I am a person, I am a ruler whom the Khalifa is also given the spot. So that's why he took that basically that letter. Okay. So he took the Khalifa from the, sorry, he took the mansab or a khilafat from the Khalifa of Baghdad. Okay, khilafat from the Khalifa of Baghdad. Then, so beta, what happened? A very nice decision in the time ending time of Iltutmish also taken. On his place of his son, he declared his daughter Razia Sultan as the legal throne. So on place of son, the daughter was declared as a basically ownership, okay, heretical. But that time, if you talk about modern time, how a people can understand a male, female would be the ruler. So beta, that era is also very different. So how a person can understand that a woman would be the ruler? So that reason the person appointed Ruknuddin Firoz Shah as his legal throne. This Ruknuddin is also very weak. He has a weak character. He doesn't know how to rule. He is also fond of drinking and other thing. So Razia Sultan took the red cloth and demanded the people of Delhi that you give a justice to myself. My father want that I would be on throne, but they appointed to my brother. So please give the things to me that what I have to do. So finally what happened? People spotted that lady and Razia Sultan became the first elected, because people choose her, elected monarchy in India. But beta, what happened? If you are a woman, you have so many problems in society. If you talk about modern time, every day you listen this news that women were killed by the husband because both are working and husband was not able to understand the conditions, or basically he, because बेटा हमारी सोसाइटी में क्या है ना कि लड़कों को हमेशा सिखाया जाता है यू आर सुप्रीम फ्रॉम द चाइल्डहुड, दे अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग. सो वर्किंग इन कमांड ऑफ अ वन वुमेन, it is too difficult, and in Islam it is more difficult. So beta, what happened when she became a ruler? People were not happy with her decisions because she started to leave the parda system. She fought in open face, and she also won the Kuba and Kulha. Kuba just like a big court, heavy court. I hope so you are aware, watch a movie, it arrived on Alauddin Khilji character. So if you watch that movie, you understand the Kuba and Kulha, the gold round up cap. Okay, so Kuba and Kulha she won. She tried to control this 40 group of 40 commanders, which known as a Turkane Chehelgani. But that time it was not a very good decision for herself. So what she did, she appointed the persons of outside India in her army, that if this group was become a new group which she was making, if it becomes strong, then with the help of this group she can control the Turkane Chehelgani. But what happened? There have a rumor was spread that Razia Sultan like a person whose name is Yakut. He was a African, basically Mexico African. So news was spread. If you watch the Razia Sultan movie in which Hema Malini was working, Dharmendra took the role of Yakut. So a news was spread, and then what happened in this situation? There have a one governor Altonia who loved Razia Sultan. So after listening this news, he started a revolt. Razia Sultan went there to control this revolt. At here, the Delhi was captured by the group of 40 commanders, and this situation held. After going there, she said that I want to marry with you, I also love you, but why you doing this kind of nonsense thing? So both married and then attacked on Delhi, but they were defeated. Later on, when they were moving from one forest, the Dakus were captured them and killed both. So the first lady, empire of India, but she was died in this kind of strange event. What a bad story for India. Okay, so at here the Razia Sultan died, and after the Razia Sultan, all power arrived in hand of these 40 commanders. Out of these 40 commanders, one commander was very famous. You have to understand his name, Balban. So beta, firstly Behram Shah got the throne, then Masood Shah got the throne, then Nasruddin Mahmud got a throne. 1246 1266. Nasruddin Mahmud was a weak ruler, so to control his power, Balban married his daughter with the Nasruddin. Okay, this is Nasruddin Mahmud Shah. He married his daughter. So Nasruddin Shah also became very happy from him. So he given a very good power to him. Also given a right to carry the golden chhatra. Okay. So beta, he was only wazir. Balban was the only wazir who had right to carry the golden umbrella. I hope when you say that a ruler is moving, one person is carrying the golden umbrella with him. It was a symbol of royalty. So Balban got this power. Okay. Balban had also a very huge respect in society. So if you have a big place, then many people were also hate to you. So these persons, this Turkani, Chahalgani, others members, they say to the ruler that you are giving a very huge place to that person, but that person want to kill you. So what the mistake that Nasruddin did, he basically arrested the Balban. But who was the wife of that ruler? The daughter of Balban. Daughter said that, oh please, he's my father, please leave him. So that time, if you have a wife, they have no difference that you are a ruler or any single person. You have to accept the things which your wife said. So finally, that person Nasruddin Mahmud released the Balban, but Balban decided in his heart, now he arrested me, so my daughter is basically able to release me, but if he killed me, then who will do something for myself? So if there have a die ship is there, then who would die? So you understand, in the night he visited in the room of his son-in-law and killed that person, and Balban became a new Sultan of Delhi. Balban, Ghiyasuddin Balban, that person beta. In a very old age he got this throne, Balban. But Balban, when he got a throne, he was also slave, so people are not giving big respect to him. So he called that I am not a normal person, I am from the dynasty of Afrasiab, from the Persian rulership. I am not a simple person, I am from the dynasty of Afrasiab. He also adopted the policy of blood and iron. It means if you understand or if you lied in front of myself, then you leave. If you stand against the state, they have a one option to kill that bastard, kill that person. So basically the philosophy of blood and iron used by him. Okay, he broke the Turkani Chahalgani, he destroyed and killed all the person who belongs to this Turkani Chahalgani. He basically he know very well that if you want to control the people, then made your Barid system a good power. Barid means with a spy system. So spy system very controlled by him. Okay. Now the other question is that when that why, how the people can be basically come under you. So he took a term Jil-e-Ilahi. He said that ruler or sultan is not a normal person. He was Jil-e-Ilahi. It means he was shadow of Allah. So you have to give respect to that person. To control this thing, what he did, he started a new system, Sijda and Pabos. Sijda, currently you found a one word sajda. Sajda means to basically do the sajda. So in this sajda means when you come in front of ruler, you bend your knees and doing the same things. It is sajda. And pabos means you have to laid in front of ruler and kiss his feet. So if a person who has a self-respect, he never do this kind of things, so ruler would kill you, and he understand that you are a person who in future can be stand against. And those persons who are accepting it, they never do revolt against you. They have no heart to basically do it. So this thing, Sajda and Pabos, he did. He also started a new festival known as Navroz festival. Later on, beta Aurangzeb ended this festival. So it was a Persian New Year. What is Navroz? It was a Persian New Year. Okay. In his period, beta, he attacked on Mongolia, blocked many times. Beta, basically, in this phase, the Mongols were attacking on India or other places. That time, the grandson of Changiz Khan, okay, Halaku, and after Halaku, Abraham is also attacking on different countries. So that time, Balban make a very good charge against them, okay. Balban also appointed many governors to control this thing, okay. So this thing was also done by the Balban. Balban was a person beta who understand the real conditions, that how to make a strong Delhi Sultanate strong, okay. So he did make some reforms also, and basically in court he did that. No one, basically in court, the laughing, singing, dancing, alcohol drinking, so many things he prohibited, that in court these things are not allowed. And he also applied a dress code for the person, and many good reforms he did. Again, the thing is there that for the public he made many decisions, okay. So he was a good ruler, if you talk about in manner. And secondly, what he did, he loved his son a lot, and when his son was died in Mongol attack, he basically became little bit ill, and that time he basically, when he died, his second son was in Bengal, and people asked him, Bughra Khan, that you please arrive and get a throne, but his son denied that I am not happy to arrive, I not believe on my father, that he called me and killed, so that's why I am not arriving, which you want to give throne can give. Okay, Balban is also known to basically he give the names to his children by the Persian manner, just like K. Khusro, Qumars, okay, he given the name just like Khusro, Qumars, okay, K. Khusro, Kekubad. So this is the thing which is done by himself, so you have to understand. So this is the Balban. When he died, so his elder son was died before him, and his second son, who was in Bengal, he denied to arrive. So firstly, this throne given to a Kekubad, but Kekubad was also a young child, but he died. Then this throne given to a child 4 to 5 years was age. The name of that child was Qumars. So many historians said that Kekubad was the last ruler of this dynasty. How a child of 4 to 5 years said a title of a ruler? but some historians said no, that person is understand that and put his name in rulers. Then beta what happened at here, sorry, yeah, what happened at here, where the Balban died, now situation is very typical. So all the powers till his children become elder, they were given to one big one old Muslim. The name of that Muslim was Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji. Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji, understand a thing that a person who has a white big beard did, and okay. So at here what happened, that child said, या अल्लाह बड़ा निर्दयी हो कि भैया आपने एक बच्चे के दादा को मार दी, मर गया, एक बच्चे के पिता मर गए, अब कौन इसको संभालेगा. People said that wow, what a humanity in that person. So that old person said to that child, don't be worry, I am with you. So one day that old person asked that child, beta, have you seen the mountain? Child said no. Okay, come with me, I will show you. And took that child and basically thrown from the heaven mountain and said, now I hope you never seen the Jannat, so go and face the Jannat. And that person name is Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji. Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji. So beta, at here the second dynasty arrived. The first dynasty was by the slave dynasty, and our second dynasty is Khilji dynasty, founded by the Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji. So he was the person who was founder of this dynasty. But he had a liberal approach. If a better person of 60-65 years got a throne, so his approach is always be liberal. So he followed the liberal approach while fighting with the basically in many war. He said one dialogue that I am an old Muslim and I never want that the blood of Muslims spread due to myself. So he was a person who believed in nobility and who believed humanity and this thing. Okay, so he was the founder of empire. He allowed Mongols in his era. Mongols fought with his army, and later some Mongol requested him that please we want to stay in Delhi. So he was a person who given them power or given them authority that okay, you stay there with my authority, okay, I am giving a place to you, and that place is known as the Mongolpura or Mughalpura in that time, Mongolpura, and these peoples are called new Muslims. Okay, you have to understand two things. These peoples were known as new Muslims and that era is known as Mongolpura. Currently it is part of Delhi and Mongolpuri people called it. Okay, many historians called him wise Muslim, other called him weak. So beta, sometime when you are a basically when you are a ruler who had a kind heart, for some people you are stupid, some people you are a kind. He gave death sentence to the Siddhi Molla. Only one event in his life where he found it a little bit cruel. Siddhi Molla was a person who was spreading the rumors about him. So finally he gave order that to kill that person by the putting in front of the elephant. So it was a decision. He captured Mandawar and Jain from the Hamir Dev. He fought a battle with also with Hamir Dev, and but when his army reached there and both army are ready to fight, he found that this battle is not good for the basically empire. So he did that treaty with that person and came back. But this person Hamir Dev belongs from the dynasty of Prithviraj Chauhan. He was the last ruler of the dynasty. Okay, he prohibited the looted. But at that time in Islam there have a 4 type of tax were there: jizya, khams, kharaj or zakat. So at here you have to understand. Jizya, khams, kharaj, zakat. But a jizya is a tax which paid by the non-Muslims. It relied on the non-Muslims. Okay, according to Islam or starting definitions which given by the historians, that given by the philosophers, that If you attack on an area and you found that person who not follow Islam, known as kafir, would be there. So you have two options for left. Firstly, kill that person or converted in Islam. But when they attack on India, it was a very huge place, so it is impossible to kill everyone, or it is impossible to convert them in Islam. So what they did, they said that you follow your religion, you are a Christian, you are a Jain, you are a Bodh, you are a Hindu, follow your religion, but you have to pay a tax to us, that is known as jizya. So jizya is a tax which paid by the non-Muslims. Okay. Then we have zakat. Zakat is only paid by the Muslims for the welfare of Islam, so the rich Muslim paid it. Then there have a kharaj. Kharaj is an agriculture tax, and khams. Khams means a share of looted place. When they attacked on any place, they gave it the power to the army that 2, 3, 4, 5 days were yours. As much you want, you can loot. So as much amount they looted, okay, it also distributed with the ruler also. So there have a rule in khams, 4/5 part is given to the soldier and 1/5 part for state. Understand that here there have a two ruler of Indian history, Delhi Sultanat, who took the 4/5 part and given only 1/5 part to soldiers. It was Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, so you have to understand this one. So these were the 4 taxes which you have to know. So what he did, he stopped khams, that in my army when we attack or capture any area, so no khams would be take place. Okay, but what happened, his nephew was there whose name was Ali Gurshap. In 1296 that Ali Gurshap attacked on Devgiri and Bhilsa, and he looted a very huge amount from there. So what happened, he sent a letter to his uncle that, uncle, I know very well that you said that no loot allowed, but I have did, and I understand very properly that if you arrived, you killed me, but it is my humble request that you please come and take this all looted things, and I am going for Hajj. So that old, but it is my kindly request that you please come alone, because if you come with the army, I know very well that you killed me. So that old person found how much gold would be there, things would be there. So greed, the biggest reason of human problems, the greed born, and he visited there alone, and as people said that as he out from his boat, Alauddin Khilji killed that person from his sword. In that there have one movie arrived very recently. I hope you have watched that movie. In that movie they said an incident that Qutbuddin Aibak took a one slave and said that it is for your service. That slave name is Malik Kafur. But beta Malik Kafur bought by the army of Alauddin Khilji. Okay, so how that person was bought by the Qutbuddin Aibak? So this is just for the movies. Movies can show anything. Just for example, every movie is saying that the wife of Akbar was a Jodha Bai, but according to Abul Fazl, according to Fezi, Akbar never married with the family of Jodhpur. So how Jodha Bai arrived there, and how the people of Amer give the name of Jodha Bai to their daughter. That lady was Harka Bai. Okay, so this kind of stories were shown by the movies, so don't be worried about it. Okay, at here what happened? So Ali Gurshap did this, and when Ali Gurshap killed his uncle, and he said that Satta Rakt Sambandh nahi janti. Alauddin Khilji real name was Ali Gurshap. Ali Gurshap, his quotation is Satta Rakt Sambandh nahi janti. If you are on throne, you have no relations with anyone. Okay, Ali Gurshap was the real name. Start his life as Amir-e-Tujak, work as a governor of Kada Manikpur beta. It is in near Delhi. Later he declared the Arij-e-Mumalik. After campaign to the Devgiri, he killed Firoz Shah Tughlaq. नॉट फिरोज शाह तुगलक बेटा, जलालुद्दीन फिरोज खिलजी. It is a typing error. He decided to curb the power of the nobles and interference of the ulema. So beta, when he got thrown, he realized that in current era the ulema had a very big power. So firstly, if I want to rule like a autocratic manner, firstly I have to control this power. So what he did, he passed one bill that no ulama or noble would allowed to marry their children in their by their choice. The two nobles cannot marry their children. Okay, first rule he pass. Second, he pass a order that please go and check the documents of property of every noble or ulema. So those properties which has no document, okay, so all this land was captured. Means he did the NRC in his area, his era. Okay, maybe that time the Congress and other parties were not there, then he was not able to do the NRC. Okay, so basically he did this thing. Okay, then but when he got the throne, he has two dreams were there. First dream, he want to start a new religion. Second thing, he want to own the world as Alexander did. So he asked this thing to tell this thing to the commander or subedar of Delhi. So that person given an advice that, sir, please firstly make Delhi as strong, because the Mongols were every time attack on Delhi. Then after that you decide firstly won the India. So what he did, he understand this thing, but the desire is desire, na. So on his coin he called himself Sikandar-e Sani, or second Sikandar. He called himself Sikandar-e Sani. Okay, understand this thing. If you talk about the Alexander of ancient India, it is I hope Napoleon of India. It is Samundragupta. If you call the basically, okay. So sometimes this kind of questions also arise, and Alexander Sikandar-e Sani. So Sikandar-e Sani is known as Alauddin Khilji. Okay. He established a huge permanent and standing army. So to make this permanent and standing army, he need fund. So for that one, he did the market reforms. He put the taxes. He started some new taxes, just like a gharikar and charikar, tax to making house, or tax to grazing the your basically your cattles. Okay. So this thing he also made. So he known for that one. Okay, standing army. He also followed the policy of blood and sword. Previously in Balban we found the policy of blood and iron. At here the policy name is little bit different, but policy are same, blood and sword policy. So it is the historical policy by the Alauddin Khilji. So beta, this is the area which won by him. So if you check this area, most of the India came under his power. So beta, what he did, firstly he did declare Siri as a new capital. Okay, so on place basically previously the capitals were shifted to many places. So now the Siri, it is a new city in Delhi, okay, known as the Siri Fort. Modern time, I hope so you understand this word, Siri Fort Auditorium. Previously it was a Siri Fort. So the fort of Siri he also made. Okay. Then second thing, next thing, he did the market reforms. Previously I talk about for the standing army, he need a huge fund. So market reforms he did. He divided the markets in three types. Okay, he divided the grain market, clothes market, that is Sarai Adal. Grain market is known as Mandi, and the market for the horses. So three markets made by himself. Okay. So in this firstly division of market in three parts. So in this market the price would be fixed, okay, and basically some special price were set for the poor, that poor were get the things. He also appointed a person known as Sehna-e Mandi. It was a basically official who controlled the market, Sehna-e Mandi, and for the market he compulsory the registration. If you want to sell your goods in market, you have to register in market. Okay, so registration he start. He also divided the horse category and also made horse branding system which known as Dag and Hulia. Dag and Hulia system. Dag and Hulia means horse branding system. But previously there have one problem is there, that soldiers keep the horses till they become young. When the horse become old, especially they move out it, or sometime what happened, they have a issue, right, that this horse belongs to myself because both horses are looking like same. So what to control this problem, what he did, he made a new system of register making on which the firstly the face of soldiers, face expression of soldiers were written on. In front of it there have a one symbol put on the horses, and that symbol was made there. So it would be decided that this symbol is belongs to that soldier. So it is a horse branding system, first time it used by any Sultan of Delhi. Okay. Then land revenue he also basically measured on the base of the measuring of the land under the cultivation. Okay. So basically he divided the land, firstly he measured the land and decided this land that it is productive or unproductive, and according to the production level he put that tax on that land. Okay. Previously it was 1/3 tax, then later on he did 1/2 also. So a huge amount taken as a tax, that people left only that amount which is beneficial or for their, basically it give their shelter. Okay. So he know very well that if the person is earning a lot, there have no difference it is a common man or it is a noble. If he had a huge money, then he focused to increase it, and soon the revoltive feelings arrived in society. So to control this kind of philosophy, he did this thing that persons were get amount who is for their livelihood, मतलब उतना ही दीजिए जो उनके जीवन के लिए चल जाए. ठीक है. Then no public celebration allowed. Beta, he know very well that when the celebration took place, people combined together, they share the ideas, and many different basically ideologies were took place. So to control this philosophy, what he did, he said that no public festival would be celebrate. So he stopped the open celebration system. Okay. He controlled wealth of the amirs. But after he set a limit that if any amir had a property more than this limit, his property would be captured. Also, given the best spy system of India, in his period it was people are unable to decide that who would be the spy. A huge number of baris were appointed by him. Okay. So husband cannot believe on her wife also, his wife also, that maybe she is a spy, and woman cannot believe on her husband that he would be a spy or not. So this kind of spy system he made. So by the religious control he did. Okay. He did the control on amir, he did control on the ulamas, he also controlled the market system, and he has a great interest in making of basically architectural thing. In his period, the Siri capital, the capital city of Siri, which has a Siri fort, it was made. Okay. He also have a great interest in Islamic architecture. So in Delhi, for this you found many just like a you can say it talab type of thing. Okay. Basically this kind of talabs were made by him. Okay. So he had a great interest in this kind of philosophical things, administrative things, and architectural things. Okay. So if you talk about his period, the everything which basically those things which can lead the people for the revolt, he made the decisions and control all the things. So you have to understand about him. Okay, about his attack, his North Indian attack. Okay, if we talk about, firstly he attacked on Gujarat 1299, then annexed in 1304. The Ulugh Khan and Nusrat Khan was captain. It was the Waghela king Karan Singh there. Okay, it was against the Karan. Okay, here Malik Kafur was purchased in 1000 dinar, and the queen of Karan Singh, Kamala Devi, captured, and Alauddin married with her. Okay, Jaisalmer 1299. It was against the Bhati Rajputs ruler. Okay, Jait Singh first was the ruler. So Mool Raja did Saka and Queen did Johar. Again a big Johar took place there. Okay, it was a King Raja, a child Mool Raja. 1299, the Changtai ruler Dava Khan sent the Mongol force led by the Kutulug Khwaja, okay, to conquer Delhi. But Delhi army led by the Jafar Khan defeated them and killed. Ranthambore 1301, a major attack. It was against the Hamir Dev, the ruler of Chehmana dynasty. Jal Johar took place. But in Rajasthan history, many type of Johar took place. Jal Johar, Fire Johar. Okay, these two are very famous. So it was a very big Jal Johar, yeah, first Jal Johar it was. Then 1303, attack on Chittor. It was against the Rawal Ratan Singh. Okay, and I hope you have everyone has listened the story of Rani Padmini and Rawal Ratan Singh. Rawal Ratan Singh was the ruler of Mewar. Alauddin sent a letter to him that I want to meet with you and please sign the friendship treaty. But actually, according to Indian historians, the situation is a little different, and according to the many books, books basically written by the Malik Muhammad Jaisi Padmavat, that when Alauddin Khilji was arriving from the attack of Ranthambore, in meanwhile he captured one Brahman, and that Brahman was previously worked as the main guru of Ratan Singh. So he said to Alauddin Khilji that your luck is so supreme, but you need a queen of your luck for that luck, and that lady would be near to your personality, and there have only one beautiful lady in the world is there, that is Padmini. So after listening the beauty of Rani Padmini, Alauddin Khilji has so many good things, but one thing is he had by character wise on the matter of woman, he is not a little bit controlled person. So as he listened the beauty of Padmini, he attacked on Mewar. Okay, after 6 months when the door was not open, so finally he sent a letter that I want to meet you and friendship I want to do with you. And there have one tradition that if anyone want to come our home, he is guest, he is God for us. So we give a huge welcome after when the food is given to him. He said that I am here only to show the face of your wife. राजपूती तलवारें कहते हैं कि खिंची, लेकिन घर पे आया हुआ व्यक्ति अतिथि है तो म्यान में चली गई, उसको मार नहीं सकते. He said, the Ratan Singh said that we cannot do this kind of decisions by ourselves, we have to discuss in our court. So the court was made, and Ratan Singh arrived there and said this kind of thing said by the Alauddin Khilji, what we have to do. His commander, Ratan Singh commander was Gora. So Gora Singh said that if in Rajput court this kind of things were discussed, then please make the bangles for us. But finally they decided that the face of Rani would be shown. If you visit in Mewar, you found that Rani would be stand in front of the mirror of her room, and the image of that mirror was it would be made in one place of water. So Badal, who was the nephew of Gora Singh, he was there. He loved Rani Padmani as a mother. So when the image of Rani Padmani occurred in that pond, and basically that person Badal, he put a stone there and thrown the stone on that water, and Alauddin Khilji unable to show the face. So what he did, he said that to Ratan Singh, okay, I am liking your company, let's move, give a company to my. बट हमारे घर में होता है ना, जब कोई आता है तो हम उसे गेट तक छोड़कर आते हैं. So by the door he given the company, and there the army of Alauddin Khilji was hide there. So all they captured the Ratan Singh and moved to Delhi, and from Delhi they sent a letter that if you want Ratan Singh then you have to send Rani. So ये पूरी story I hope so you are aware with, you have seen in that movie. So finally Ratan Singh was died in later battle and Chittor is also captured. Then beta Malwa, Siwana, Jalore, all these places were captured. Then beta South Indian campaigns led by the Malik Kafur, who invaded firstly Devgiri. He attacked on Devgiri because Karan Singh, Devgiri ruler given Ramchandra given the shelter to the Karan Singh. So what happened? Alauddin sent Malik Kafur. Malik Kafur invaded Devgiri, okay, and siege of Sivanana. Okay, firstly they attacked on Sivanana and Sivana ruler Sital Dev killed. Then Malik Kafur attacked on the Kaktaya. It ruled by the Pratap Rudra Dev. At here Malik Kafur got Kohinoor. Okay, in first attack against the Ramchandra, he was a Baghela king. Okay, Karan Singh was killed there, and Karan Singh has a one daughter Deval Rani. Deval Rani sent to Delhi, and Alauddin Khilji, who married with the mother of Deval Rani. Now he married Deval Rani with his son. So beta जो माँ बेटी थी, now they became Saas and Bahu. What a historical thing Alauddin Khilji did. ठीक है. Then Kafur attacked, in attack of the Kaktiya rulers Pratap Rudra Dev. He got a Kohinoor, and beta Kohinoor was a stone, diamond stone, which basically occurred in the one basically mines of Telangana. So this given to the Malik Kafur, and by the hand of Malik Kafur it reached to Alauddin Khilji, and Alauddin Khilji used this stone on the his जो ताज है उसमें उन्होंने लगाया उसको. Kafur returned again, and now he attacked on the Dwar Samudra, the capital of Hoysala kingdom, Ballal Dev. Then Malik Kafur marched to the Pandya kingdom, where he raided several towns reaching as far as the Madurai. These two were the most successful mission according to the Barani, and in this mission he led the very heavy amount. And you also have to understand, by this attack he destroyed all the temples of there and he killed many persons. And later on the Mughal army, later on the army of Alauddin Khilji attacked on Mongols, and nearby 20,000 Mongols were killed. So mass massacre held of Mongols held. So what the Mongol did with the rest of the world, same thing did by the Khiljis with them. Okay, if we talk about the building, Alai Darwaja, Alai Minar, Hoj Khas, Lal Mahal, all buildings I have given together to you, red place. Okay, then red sandstone it was made. Okay, a building near the 64 Khamba. So these were the buildings which made by the in period of Alauddin Khilji. Okay beta, after Alauddin Khilji this empire struggled a lot. After Alauddin Khilji, when Alauddin Khilji was died, he was died from one disease of stomach infections. Okay, when he was died, his son got a throne. Okay, so but his elder son Khizr Khan, who had some power to be a good person, a good ruler, but he was died. Later on his second son gave the power, but he called himself that I am the Khalifa. Sometime he worked as a nude, and later on people again invited. Basically better, sometime when this word arrived that people invited, so it gave us some laugh to us that okay, now the peoples are getting something, they are realizing that what is the value of power. So at here what happened, but understand this line of attack, because Mongols were attacking on this area. So what happened, now a new dynasty, the Tughlaq dynasty arrived. But firstly we have to understand that the person Ghazi Malik, who was working as a commander of Dipalpur. He was a person whom Alauddin Khilji had given the power to control the region, okay, to control the Mongol attack. So that was a person who defeated, he was a person who defeated Mongols highest time. So sometime the question arises, give the Indian ruler name on whose time Mongol attack was forced or defeat. So beta ruler's name, sometimes the name of Alauddin Khilji given, but as a commander it was Ghazi Malik, who 18 times defeated the Mongols. 18 times, not a beta simple thing, 18 times he defeated the Mongols. He became Sultan by name of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. So he got a throne as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq after defeating the Khusro Khan. But Khusro Khan was a converted Muslim, okay, who later on the ending part of Jalaluddin Khilji's dynasty, he got some power, okay. So this Khusro Malik, Khusro Khan, he was given the huge amount to the peoples that please give a ascendant, yeah, please give a power to me. But people were not happy with this Khusro Khan, so they invited the Ghazi Malik to got the throne of Delhi, okay. So this Ghazi Malik, when he got a throne, he said, yeah, he sent a letter to every person whom the Khusro Khan given the money or land grant. So he said that you have to return all these things in 2 months period. That's why beta in future we found he had confused the conflict with the Nizamuddin Auliya, who was a Sufi sant of Chishti region, or basically he was living in Delhi. So a huge amount given to him by the Khusro Khan. So Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq demanded this amount back. So beta, when Ghiyasuddin became the ruler, firstly he established a new city, Tughlaqabad. So beta, previous city was Siri, okay, and now the new city Tughlaqabad established. A fort of Tughlaqabad also made. Fort of Tughlaqabad, fortified it, okay. Amir Khusro, who was previously from the period of Alauddin Khilji, would be there. He shown the period of 7 sultans of Delhi. Amir Khusro wrote a Tughlaq Nama, in which the main event of Tughlaq dynasty, or basically Ghazi Malik life, also described. He sent his son Jona Khan to won the Warangal. Jona Khan was the, again after the Malik Kafur, he was also a very good person, yeah, good basically achievement in South India. So after this achievement, Jona Khan, later on you known as Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So he achieved a lot thing. Then beta, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq has a conflict with the Nizamuddin Auliya, which previously I said the time limit is given, but Nizamuddin Auliya is not ready to pay the amount. So what happened? The conflicts held when Ghazi Malik attacked on Bengal, and so he sent a one letter to that Nizamuddin Auliya that you please return, I am giving an order to you, you return back our money, or otherwise be ready to face my attack. So what the Sufi sant said, Hunuj Delhi Durest. Delhi abhi dur hai. And before reaching Delhi, when Ghiyasuddin coming back to Delhi, his son Jona Khan made a very good pavilion for him, and when his elephant reached on that pavilion, made from the wood, it was fallen down and Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq died. And basically Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, you have to understand the peace of justice and moderation. He also made canals. The first ruler who made canals, he was Ghiyasuddin, and he also worked for the welfare of normal people. So he was a good ruler who worked for the justice and modernization of that thing, okay. So you have to understand. Then beta we have Jona Khan, Ulugh Khan, Fakhr Malik, or Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So many names given to that person, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, okay, also known as the first eccentric prince, mad sultan, wisest fool. So many title given to him. कोई उसे खून का प्यासा रक्त पिपासु बोलता है, कोई उसे बुद्धिमान मूर्ख बोलता है. तो इस तरह के नाम दिए जाते हैं बेटा. उसको मेडिसिन में इंटरेस्ट था, उसको कई सारी भाषाएं जैसे पर्शियन, हिंदी, अरबिक, संस्कृत, तुर्किश, कई सारी भाषाएं आती थी। उसने बेटा हिंदुओं को भी अच्छे पदों पर नियुक्त किया, ठीक है, कोई कास्ट वगैरह का कोई विभेद ना करते हुए, ना क्रीड ऑफ रिलीजन का विरोध करते हुए उसने सब कुछ अच्छे से करने की कोशिश की। बट ही हैड अ वेरी बिग प्रॉब्लम. द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट वन, द डिसीजन विच ही टेक, all decisions stand against him. These decisions later in future used by the many other rulers and they are successful, but in his matter all decision basically wrong, went wrong. Okay, just like Khurasan mission, it was his first mission. Khurasan means a area above the Balochistan se upar ka area. So that ruler near the Balochistan, Khuran ruler, was his friend, and he said to him that we want to win the whole world, so please make a huge army, and we both went for the world vijay, the world winning. So he appointed 3,70,000 soldiers, given the 1 year salary in advance, provided them the fighting training on the basically Registan or basically desert of Rajasthan. But finally what happened, when the time of attack arrived, that ruler said, no, please don't come, I have friendly relationship with my neighbor. What that person can do? No one can return the back amount. So what he did, he sent this army who trained to fight on a Registani basically desert area. That army was sent to fight in a mountain area of Karachi. Karachi, beta, it is mountain area near the Kangra, Himachal Pradesh. So army was sent there, and what happened? Those army which went there after winning lost the way, and many soldiers were died. He was also lost the way. So then another army sent from the Delhi and to bring him back. It was a very costly mission and very soldier sacrifice held here. So people were unhappy with this decision. So every day he got many big baskets of letters full with the slangs and many wrong words about him. So he want to take the revenge of people. Raja hoke janta se revenge. So he want to take the revenge from people. So he decided that every ruler is making a new garrison city. Garrison city means where the soldiers would live. But I want that Delhi would be the garrison city, and I want a capital, because in Delhi is a place, after the Punjab everyone attacking on Delhi. So who come from outside every time attacked on Delhi held. So I need a place or city which is little far from Delhi. So he declared that I would make a new capital, Daulatabad. Daulatabad, beta, it is basically, if you understand this thing, this Daulatabad is near Devgiri part. So he decided it. So he asked the people that you please go and let's live in new city. People said, why we go? So he said, okay, you have a house of 100 gaz is there, I will make a house of 150 gaz for you, and ready-made house you got. So then the people were ready to go. When the people visited there and he settled the people there, the actual problem they got that this land has lack of water. So firstly to reach people there and then move back to Delhi. So this was also become a very costly mission. Then beta, every good ruler has a currency by his name. So he said that the gold and silver currency, they have a lack of it. So he started a new currency, Jital, currency of Jital. Jital is basically, this currency is mix up of basically, so he started a new currency which is mix up of the two metals. So this currency was used by him, and finally what happened, and its value is set from the base of Tanka. So just like modern system होता है ना बेटा कि कोई करेंसी होती है उसकी मार्क वैल्यू ज़्यादा होती है, ठीक है, और उसकी रियल वैल्यू कम होती है. So what the people did, people started to make the currency in their own house. So this mission also fell down. Then beta, now after these 4 decisions he is suffering a lot. Firstly Khurasan mission, Karachi mission, then change of capital, then the starting of new currency.
So all decisions went wrong. So finally he decided that I need a money. So what he did, he increased the tax in Doab. Doab means the land between two rivers. So as he increased the tax, the same era, the rain was not held. People are unhappy with the condition also, and now due to his tax, all people stand against him, and finally this decision he also have to take back. So all 5 decisions which he did later used by the many rulers, and they are very successful, but he was a person who lost many things there. Okay, but he had also do something good thing, just like he sent messengers to China and other countries. He want to make a good relationship with them. Okay, he also made a agriculture department. Okay, Diwani Kohi. Okay, he constructed the royal residence as the Jahanpanah. His capital name is Jahanpanah, along with the Begumpuri Mosque. Very famous mosque is there. It was made by him. Dargah of Nizamuddin Auliya, made by him. He participated in Hindu festival. He appointed Hindus as nobles. Vijayanagar, a Bahmani, declared independent in his period. Okay, understand that Vijayanagar established by the Harihar and Bukka, 2 brothers. Okay, previously these 2 brothers were captured by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, but later when they released, okay, converted in Islam, they again reached to the South India, and their guru converted them again in Hinduism. Okay, so these 2 brothers established the Vijayanagar. On another hand, Alauddin Bahman Shah established the Bahmani kingdom. So it was also a very heavy kingdom of South India, and later on these 2 kingdoms have very bad relationship and conflicts. Okay, in period of Krishna Dev Rai, you get to know that many battles were took place later on. Okay, Ibn Battuta visited Delhi. Okay, and he wrote Rihla. He appointed Ibn Battuta as a messenger and sent him to China. Okay, total 34 revolt held in the period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, so it is a very big number. He took 4/5 part of Khums or Khums. Okay, he died in Thatta, Sindh, when he was reached there to control a revolt. So his life, he always on elephant or horse for fighting purpose, to controlling the revolt. तो कहते हैं बेटा when he was died, the historian Barni said that, ठीक है, कि जनता को उससे और उसको जनता से मुक्ति मिली. So he was a person whom the public is unhappy, and ruler is also unhappy with the public. So what happened when he was died? Public appointed his cousin, because beta he had no son, so his cousin Firoz Shah Tughlaq declared the new ruler. 1351, so 1388, the Firoz Shah Tughlaq got the throne. His real name was Ibn Malik Rajab. Underline this name. His mother was Hindu, but he was totally against Hindus. His mother was a Bhati Gujjar. Okay, so beta he had a good knowledge of writing. So Futuwat-e Firoz Shahi, a great book written by him. It was its autobiography. Okay, then he controlled the river of Gujarat and Warangal, very famous by him. He established 300 cities. Beta Hisar, okay, Firozpur and Fatehabad. Okay, then in memory of his brother Jona Khan, Jaunpur. So many cities made by him. 300 cities were there. Hisar is very important for you from the current period. Okay, but what happened when he found that 34 revolt held in the period of his brother? So to control these rebels, what he did, he said, to satisfy the nobles and ulema, what he did, he said that all post from till date is from hereditary. That if you are a wazir, your son would be intelligent or not, he also be wazir. So by this system he want to control, he want to satisfy the ulema and other class. Okay, all post by hereditary. He not tolerance towards the Hindus. Against Hindus he stand more, and he also prohibited many systems, many festivals. He torched. He basically tightly taken the jizya and other thing. Okay, he attacked Kangra, Katak, destroying many religious temples of Hindus, because by any method he want to become a ladla of ulema's class. But what good thing he did, he made many rest house known as sarai, he made gardens, okay, and many canals also made by him. He made the tomb of Jonah Khan, his brother. Large numbers of madrasas opened there in his period. The department of Diwan-e Khairat for the poor and widows. मुस्लिम जो गर्ल्स हैं बेटा, पुअर एंड विडोज, उनके लिए बनाया गया था दीवाने खैरात. द सम अमाउंट इज डोनेटेड टू दैम या सम वर्क इज गिवन फॉर हर. अ फ्री यूनानी हॉस्पिटल is also made, okay, for the basically free treatment is given there. He built Firoz Shah Palace complex, okay, Firoz Shah Tughlaq complex, the Firoz Shah complex he made. Renovation of Prithviraj Chauhan's Yamuna canal he made. Role of Khane-Jahan he given to the Malik Makbul, okay. He established Firoz Shah Kotla, okay. Currently it become a stadium, and recently its name changed to Arun Jaitley Stadium. I hope you are aware. He repaired Qutub Minar in his period. There have a heavy एक भूकंप आया और उसकी वजह से कुतुब मीनार की कुछ मीनार गिर गई, तो उसने उसको दोबारा से तैयार किया. सो ही रिपेयर्ड द कुतुब मीनार. बेटा कुतुब मीनार में यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द फर्स्ट पर्सन हु स्टार्टेड इट इज बेसिकली कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक हु कंप्लीटेड इल्तुतमिश. फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन इट डैमेज रिपेयर्ड बाय द basically at here Firoz Shah Tughlaq, and later in period of Lodi dynasty Sikandar Lodi again do some reconstruction work there, okay. The Meerut and Topra inscriptions of Ashoka he brought to Delhi and put them near the Qutub Minar. So sometimes the question arises, who brought the Meerut and Topra inscription of Ashoka to Delhi? So it was that person. Then beta, after him what happened again, this dynasty is breaking down and it's suffering a lot. So what happened that time when this dynasty was suffering? That time there have a attack of that time a foreign attack held on India, okay. When this foreign attack took place, it was by the Tamur Lung. Who attacked on India? The Tamur Lung. So this attack Tamur Lung spotted by a Indian Muslim known as Khizr Khan. So when he was going back, he given the throne to Khizr Khan, and Khizr Khan established a new dynasty because he was belongs from the dynasty of Paigambar Prophet Muhammad Sahab. So these persons were known as Sayyid. So he established the Sayyid dynasty. So beta in Sayyid dynasty, firstly we got to know about Khizr Khan, but Khizr Khan is never taken the title of the ruler Sultan. He called himself as that I am, basically he said that I am a representative of Khizr Khan. So in his period the khutbah and title या coins only work as name of the Shahrukh, the son of Taimur Lung. So बेटा इन्होंने तैमूर लंग के बेटे के नाम पर अपने सिक्के जारी किए, उसी के नाम पर इन्होंने खुतबा भी पढ़ाया, ठीक है. तो बेटा जैसे मलिक का टाइटल, प्रीवियसली वी फाउंड दैट टाइटल ऑफ मलिक यूज बाय द कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक. सेम काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स एट हेयर, दे डिफरेंट टाइटल्स वर यूज्ड, ओके. एनी डाउट टिल हेयर? ओके. सो व्हाट हैपेंड आफ्टर हिम, ओके, खिजर खान, ठीक है. This Sayyid dynasty little bit become weak. Children were taking the title of Sultan but not going good. So finally what happened? People invited Behlol Lodi, a Pashtun who belonged from the Afghan dynasty, that you please come and took this throne. So Behlol Lodi arrived and attacked, and he established a new dynasty known as Lodi dynasty. But from that dynasty of Sayyid, not much big questions are important for you. So basically you have to focus on Lodi dynasty a lot. So beta Lodi dynasty established, and basically if you understand 1451 to 1526 was the era. It established by the Bahlol Khan Lodi. Okay, this dynasty was established by the Bahlol Khan Lodi, and title of Khane Khanan, which was given by the Sultan Mahmud Shah, who was from the Sayyid dynasty, is given to him. In period of Alam Shah, he captured Delhi. The title of Ghazi he got. He invited Afghan to rule on Delhi. He suppressed the revolt of Mewat and Doab. So many good things he did. He captured Jaunpur from the Hussein Shah. Okay, Babrak Shah Lodi and his elder son appointed as viceroy of Jaunpur. Later Nizam Khan, Sikandar Lodi got this power. So beta Bahlol Lodi, one thing is very important to you. When he got a throne, he invited all the peoples of Afghan that I am going to rule on Delhi, you please go with me. So he invited these peoples and all people arrived. So basically you have to understand, when you inviting something, then they all are tribal people, so they have no culture to sit on the throne. Everyone is behaving like a same. So what you eat, they also want to eat, they eat same. If you sat on throne, they also want throne. So what the thing happened, he was the first ruler who sat with their companion in court without any throne. On the first, after making some callings, they all sat together, they all eat together. Okay, he called his court persons as Mansab-e-Ali. Okay, and basically every time when he wants some demand, Mansab-e-Ali, so he called when he wanted to clear his demand, he always said that I am a person who is working on this post by behalf of you. If you want, I will leave this post. So by the emotional things, he was able to make his state strong. But when his son Nizam Khan or Sikandar Lodi got the throne, he was a young person. He never want that I would be in basically इतना किसी को respect दूँ या इतना किसी के under काम करूँ. So what he did, Sikandar Lodi. Okay, firstly he made the tomb of Bahlol Lodi in Jahanpanah city. The top two stories of the Qutub Minar was fallen down in his period. So previously it was the 4-story building. He made it 5-story building, and upper 2 stories were made by him, constructed by marbles. He had conflict with the Gwalior ruler Raja Man Singh Tomar. So he started jihad there. Given the slogan of jihad, he was very cruel against the Hindus. Many temples, just like a Kangra Devi temple and many other temples, were broken by him. The temple statue of Jwala Devi temple, Jwala Devi temple, he was given to the Kasai to basically wait is the thing. Okay, treated with the Alauddin Hussein Shah and his kingdom in Bengal. Later he won the Narwar, a small fort of near Gwalior. For here the many Hindus were killed. 1504 he established the city Agra, and 1506 declared the Agra as capital. Okay, so these are the good things which he did. And he had a great interest in poetry. So he wrote a poetry by the name of Gulrukhi. He was the only sultan who worked on his own beauty. So he always be clean shaved. Most of sultans you found that they were always shaved. Sorry, they have a heavy beard, but he was a person who will always be clean shaved. Okay, so you have to understand it. He banned the Muslim women to visit to the namaz or mazar of the Masailam of the Pir. So he said that Muslim women are not allowed to go in the mazar of Pir. Previously, Firoz Shah Tughlaq also banned that no lamp would be, जो दिया जलाना होता था ना बेटा, कि जो मज़ारों पे जाके वुमेन जलाती थी, उन्होंने उसको रोका था. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पर बिल्कुल रोक लगा दी गई कि आप मज़ार पे नहीं जाएंगी. ही बैंड द एनुअल प्रोसेशन ऑफ द Salar Masood, the commander of the Mahmud Ghazini, who demolished the Somnath temple. तो बेटा उसका जो एनुअल प्रोसेशन होता था उसके वहाँ पर, उसको इसने रोक दिया. बेटा what a bullshit for us Indian, a person who destroying the temple of Somnath and basically attack on Somnath and killed so many priests there, that person, okay, the Salar Masood, we are visiting on his mazar and paying our respect. We only saw mazar and found that women are going, let's start go. And without thinking what the valuability of that place, why this place was made, we are doing it. Okay, and Mirate Masoodi by Abdul Rahman Chishti. This book is telling about the many events of the period of Sikandar Lodi. So beta, Sikandar Lodi is a person who followed the Sharia law. He said that we have to convert this Darul Islam to Darul Harb to Darul Islam. Same type of philosophy which used by later on by the Aurangzeb. Okay. Shah Gummand, Bada Gummand, Lodi Garden. These were the things which made by him. Okay, I hope so. This Gummand you understand. Then beta, the last ruler and final ruler of this dynasty was Ibrahim Lodi. He was the only person who died in battlefield. Okay, Ibrahim Lodi, when he got a throne, some people want Daulat Khan Lodi as a ruler. So what happened when he got a throne? He had conflict with the Daulat Khan Lodi. Daulat Khan Lodi forced his brother Jalal Khan to revolt against him. So basically what happened? Jalal Khan revolted, so he captured his brother and giving a heavy punishment to him. Then Ajam Humayun also revolted, so he given the forced treatment with it. Okay, so while he was doing this, he became a very insane ruler that who is doing a very heavy punishments. Same time he fought a battle with the Rana Sangram Singh, which is also known as Rana Sanga. Okay, this battle took place in 1517. This is known as Battle of Ghatholi or Battle of Katholi. Okay, so in this battle, Rana Sanga defeated, underline my word, Rana Sanga defeated Ibrahim Lodi very badly. After 1 year, he again defeated by the Rana Sanga. So beta, Rana Sanga defeated 2 times to Ibrahim Lodi. So why he invited Babar that you please come and attacked on Ibrahim Lodi, defeated him, and then you go, please give that place to me. If he want Delhi, then directly he can capture it. Na? That time Rana Sangram Singh is a very big name of Mewar history. So if he want this place, he can want. So on that reason, when the Baba wrote in his book that Rana Sangram Singh invited me, many historians not believe on this story. Okay, sometimes we use some lines to basically decrease the mentality of जो कहते हैं मनोबल तोड़ने के लिए भी होती हैं, ठीक है, तो many things are there. Okay, he had conflict with his noble. Daulat Khan Lodi that time sent a messenger to the Babar and invited the Babar to attack on Delhi. But the Babar is also struggling from the things. He had a title of that time. He called himself that Padshah, but without any throne. He was spreading here and there, and they have a conflict with the that time he was facing the many attacks by the all local states of nearby the Fargana. Okay, so when they invited, Babar said that now I get a safe place to visit. So he arrived at Delhi, attacked on basically, firstly he attacked on Bagor, then he attacked on Bhera, and 21st April 1526 a very huge battle of Indian history held, known as the Battle of Panipat. They have a nearby 1 lakh army of the Delhi, and they have a few soldiers in army of basically in Babar, but Babar army has a Topkhana. So by the help of this Topkhana, Babar able to defeat the Ibrahim Lodi. So Ibrahim Lodi become the first ruler who died in this battlefield. Previously, all the story which I told you, there have a no ruler who died in battlefield. Everyone killed by his uncle, beta, uncle, relatives and commanders are basically. Okay? But this battle is very historical for India, because in this battle first time the Rumi method and Usmani methods used, okay, and Tughlama method of the army arrangement also take place. So this battle is very historical for us, because in this battle the Delhi Sultanate ended by the Mughal Empire, or a new empire was developed after it, because Babar belongs from the father side, he belongs from the Taimurlang dynasty, and from mother side he belongs from the dynasty of Changiz Khan. So by the lungs of Taimur and Mongols monks from the Angos, both were met together and a new word Mughal was made. So he was the first person who is Mughal. Okay. So beta, in Delhi Sultanate, which things are very important for you? Because beta, Delhi Sultanate is known for the Indo-Islamic architecture. So you have to understand the things of Indo-Islamic architecture, that what is the basically approaches. So you have to understand that in Islamic architecture, they have a very good value to given to the mihrabs and other thing. Secondly, beta, in Indian architecture, you found that basically Islamic architecture is mix up of Hindu's architecture and the architecture of Arabia. So these two architecture were mixed and new architecture was shaped. So this architecture is a little bit same as the previous one. So many common things from the Hindu architecture is there. So that's why many building, when you show them, it look like a Hindu structure. Because in Fargana or basically in if you visited in the Ghor or other places, there have not a big architectural symbols were there. So when they arrived, something in their mind, something they shown in India, so they mix up the both thing. So Islamic architecture is basically mix up of both. So beta, according to UPSC, if you want to focus on things, basically current time the question of concept and theory, yeah, basically fact is mixed together. Just like about the quotation question is given that about the Alauddin Khilji, which quotation is wrong, which quotation is right. Yeah, one line is given that this quotation is about Alauddin Khilji, quotation डाल दी गई and नीचे the reason is given. So explanation and reason questions is always be there. So you have to focus on this. So it is all about the Delhi Sultanate. If you like this class, please be share with your friend. Okay, and for this kind of good material, follow the Victory IS. I am Naveen Sharma, and now I will come with a new series or new topic. Okay, thanks a lot. Dhanyavad.